Hello there, Bobo the Bitcoiner is back. How do you enjoy the last crash course? Interesting, right? Isn't Bitcoin something special that the world has never seen before, right? A technology that no one ever thought possible. Let's expand on what we learned, okay? It's very important to know further. Number one, quick and cheap. Nobody ever done this before. We didn't bother, I mean. Maybe we didn't bother, okay, but across the globe, never. Transfer in second and cost only a few dollars if you send $1 million. Unthinkable, right, until now. Well, it's now possible with Bitcoin. Second thing is true and honest transaction. Though through cryptographic hashing, one message or transfer is input always comes out one result output. Always the same result if the same input message. 100% all the time. Sender do not even have to know who is the recipient. Where in today's monetary system has such a clean, honest transaction where you don't need to trust anyone on the other side. Right? Decision made by machine or by the nodes. Now, the consensus, remember, mathematically exact. Either yes or no. No human manipulation. Right? 4. Proof of work. Guessing of cryptographic hash result, complemented by the difficulty adjustment. Miners invest time and money and effort to secure the network. The more the miner, the safer the system. The only way to invert a Bitcoin transaction is to have 51% or over 51% of hash control. As Bitcoin grows and grows, this is becoming more and more impossible by the days. Number 5. Once mined, it's registered permanently into the blockchain. Non-reversible. And it's transparent to the whole world. Do you know of any ledger system in the world with this kind of transparency? A company account is never transparent. A financial institution or a bank is never transparent. A government is even worse. Everything is impossible to be transparent, especially the accounts. Bitcoin is the only accounting system that is fully transparent for the whole world to see. Let this sink in. Transparency. Open for the whole world, and it's unquestionable, and it's untouchable, uncensorable, unconfiscatable. 6. Machine decision. Again, check the blockchain for the majority consensus. And 7. Decentralizing of all nodes. Nodes is also a server, right? As they keep a copy of all the blockchain in every node, right? It means not a single soul can make changes to Bitcoin network without consensus acceptance. That's why it is impossible to hack the Bitcoin network. So, now, name me an existing system, organization, bureaucrats or government that have the above 7 qualities that I just mentioned. In fact, none even has one of the 7 qualities. See how pure Bitcoin ecosystem is. How advanced the technology is. Right? We may never see a better system in the next 100 years. The fact that it does not belong to anyone, nobody has it. No single point of failure. Everything is factual, nothing but the truth. People use it anywhere, freely. It is sincere and honest, nothing but the truth. That the traditional monetary system felt threatened. The bank want to stop it. The government want to kill it. Why? If the bank are not corrupted, biased, unfair, protecting the golden eggs, why are they afraid of Bitcoin? Right. If the government is not politically protected, run by the elite politicians, legislating policy for the benefit of their own inner circle, not taking care of people at large, especially the lower class, why are they afraid of Bitcoin? Right? At last, we have a system that cannot be derailed, that cannot be interfered with, that cannot be muscled off track, that live within its own rule-based protocol. All right. Probably the first time we see Bitcoin making the elite a toothless bully. Many high circle politicians, economists, financial elites are enjoying too much of their own exclusivity club, that the majority of the people all this year have been suffering in silence, helplessly. Whenever a new system or a new setup or a new way of doing things threaten their monopoly, they exercise their muscle, right, to put it down, especially the USA. We see that often, right? Edward Snowden exposed CIA surveillance program was disturbing due to the sensitive nature of the information. Snowden had to seek political asylum in Russia. Ego and Liberty dollar, both digital currency, threaten the US dollar reserve currency. All right, both are taken down by CIA. Alstom, a French company that was a world first hydropower equipment, nuclear power plant, and world first environmental control system, beating USA giant General Electric. In 2012, Frederic Pierre-Cussy, Vice President of Alcom International Sales, was detained by the FBI, right, for violating the US Anti-Corruption Act. If convicted, he could face 125 years in prison, And to force Alstom to succumb, Vice President of Asia, Lawrence Hawkins, was also arrested. Alstom, under strong armed pressure, was forced to announce that they are selling 70% of their business volume to GE for a mere $13 billion. But after the paying tax, joint ventures, fee, capital, injection, shareholders, dividends, and debt repayments, the company ultimately ends up receiving near zero. The US government used this devious method to perfection. Within 10 years, GE acquired at least another 4 competitors through this method. And there are countless other ways of untwisting. We now see this being played out with Huawei. But Huawei or China is not easy to be bullied. China played a strong hand. And this is the first time USA cowed. It will not be the last, though. One by one, alliances of US is distancing themselves from US grabs. Those still skeptical of China growing power. Now you see the two big brothers playing on world stage. Who will exercise more power in the end? Nobody knows, right? The smaller country will be bullied. That's what we know. Right? Chances are the power will come from the finance rather than from the gun this time around. And who is better to counter the two big brothers? Who? Bitcoin. It's untouchable. It cannot be confiscated or censored, cannot be arm twisted. It is a fair monetary system that all the smaller countries in the world can participate freely without Big Brother breathing down their neck. Okay? But Bitcoin will definitely level the playing field for the whole world. Whether you are powerful or not, rich or poor, influential or not, everybody is equal. Everyone is free to participate at their own choice. Being fair, honest, being truthful, being decentralized, it will survive on its own on the internet. Bitcoin brings humanity back down to earth. The wealth will be more evenly distributed, will be less exclusive. More people will now be more financially inclusive with Bitcoin technology. As the saying goes, you fix the money, you fix the world. Bitcoin is not only bringing humanity to the world, it also gives the world a voice, their own rights, their own bank, their freedom to use their hard-earned money in any way they deem suitable. So, having learned Bitcoin understanding crash course, believe it is easier for you now to appreciate what was said earlier, right? And reason out whether it makes sense or not. I expect that you who understand Bitcoin by now will fall into the rabbit hole of Bitcoin. You will want to learn more. You will be doing more research yourself. I see that. Well, welcome to the crowd, guys. Okay. Hope you enjoyed today's follow-up analysis. Don't forget to like, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.